If you even set goals that are against your purpose, against your core, and against your values, you're going to struggle. Hello, welcome to Intentional Living with Meb. I'm really excited to have you in today's video. I'll be sharing 5 ways you can set goals in 2024 to make it your best year. Yes, everybody wants to have 2024 as their best year. Right about now, we're already rounding off the year into 2024, and the subject topmost on people's mind right now is, how do I make 2024 my year? How do I set goals to make the most of year 2024? How do I become a better version of myself in year 2024? If that's your question, then you're in the right place. So I'm going to be sharing 5 tips, 5 things you can do to ensure that you set goals in ways that help you make the most of the year. You probably already have your New Year resolutions, the things you want to start in the year, the habits you want to build, the businesses you want to build, how much financial independence you want to attain, and how much you want to make in the year, and how far and how global you want your brand to go. And all those are beautiful. But to start off, I must say that you cannot set goals for the new year if you've not had a comprehensive review of your previous year. Now, if you don't know how well you performed in the different areas of your life in the previous year, then setting new goals for the new year would not really be the wisest thing to do. Yeah, right about now, people are setting goals here and there. Organizations are setting up new strategies. But do you really want to just join the bandwagon for joining the bandwagon's sake? Do you want to join the setting goals trend just for joining the trend? Of course, goals are supposed to bring you to an expected end. Setting goals should get you to a particular destination, should bring it to an expected end. So if you're just running off setting goals and trying, okay, I'm going to do this year, I'm going to start it this year, I'm going to end this year, and you've not looked back to say, okay, how did I perform last year? Sorry, it's not going to be the wisest thing you'd be doing for yourself. So before you set any goal for the new year, for year 2024, before you set out to do anything, to put up any list of anything you want to accomplish, the best thing you do for yourself, and even to make that new goal more effective, is to look at your previous year, right? How did I perform in the previous year? What habits did I have in the previous year that should go? How did I do well in my family life? How did I do well in my marriage? How did I perform in my business? Where did I get you wrong? What could I do better? What can I do better in my marriage, with my children, with my brand, with my finances? How did I perform with my spending habits? By review your previous year, you know where to come in with reviews, with amendments, with new things to do, or you know what to take away and what to add. And that's what's going to make your goal effective. The goal is the aim, the end. What we are looking for is not just to have goals written somewhere that we're going to accomplish or things we are going to do, right? What we are looking out for is being better as individuals, being better in our businesses, being better in our marriages, in our finances, being better in our relationships. That's what we're out for. So before you set goals for the new year, before you set goals to make 2024 your year, please do a review of the previous year and ensure that you know the right places to bring in your goals and how to position your new strategies to get the optimum and the best results you can. The second thing I'll add about goal setting and the new year is ensure that whatever goal you're setting, whatever new year resolution you're making, ensure that they are aligned to your purpose. Ensure that they are aligned to your core. Now, don't go on social media and, okay, you see that this business is achieving this, achieving that, or this marriage is doing well, is showing off this, or this person is accomplishing this, accomplishing that, and then because you're seeing what they're doing, you come into the new year and you're like, okay, I'm going to do this, and you make it your goal. Don't do that. Don't do that. Before you set any goal, before you say, okay, this is what I want to accomplish, ensure, as a matter of fact, ensure that it's aligned to who you are on the inside. Ensure that it's aligned to where you're headed. Now, the tyranny of comparison in our time is so terrible that people don't even know when they are falling into that pit, right? So you see someone doing something and getting results. Of course, it's okay to look at people's results and try to emulate their processes. But in all sincerity, not every process would work for you. You are different. You're heading to a different place. Your purpose is different. Your process in life, the environment, the things surrounding, they are different. So don't set your goals by pulling stuff from people's vision board. Don't copy and paste people's processes and tag them as your goals. No, don't do that. Don't even tag their results as your goals, because you're headed to two different places. So if you're setting goals in the new year or for the new year, ensure that it's aligned to your purpose. What have you been called to do, right? What's that thing that your life is majorly about? What's that outcome that your life as a whole is headed to, right? So when you find out this outcome, ensure that your goals are aligned to it. Ensure that at the end of the day, those goals you're setting for the new year would all come together to help you achieve in the best way and in an excellent way, help you achieve that core purpose of your life. And ensure that the goals you're setting are not against your values. Ensure that they are in line with your values. If you have values for life, if you have things that are important to you as an individual, things that you're not going to compromise on for any reason, ensure that your goals are aligned to those values. It is very, very important. Else, you will become a copycat. Yes, a clone of someone else. You would lose your authenticity just in the name of hitting goals and accomplishing visions. Now, you don't want to do that. So you want to ensure that every goal you're setting for the new year is aligned to your core as a person, to your purpose, and to your values. And the thing is, if you even set goals that are against your purpose, against your core, and against your values, you're going to struggle. It's either you would abandon those goals midway into the year, or you're going to just struggle through the year. Struggle, and you're going to lose your happiness because your authenticity will not be there. You lose your peace, you lose your happiness. You might even get frustrated trying to follow someone else's result or someone else's process in your goal setting process. So ensure that your goal is aligned to who you truly are. Now, the third thing is, we're not just out, as I said, to tick list or right, okay, we've accomplished, I said this and I could. That's not the aim. Yeah, when you do that, when you celebrate your goals, when you hit your milestones and you celebrate them, of course, it's a very beautiful experience. But that's not what we are out for. What we are out for, why we set goals, is that we want to be better. We want to be better in our relationship with God. We want to be better people. We want to be kinder. We want to be better with our finances. We want to enjoy a more blissful marriage. We want to see our businesses bloom and thrive. In setting your goals, try to start with goals that attend to the most pressing need of your life at the moment. So if towards the end of 2023 or right about now, for example, your health is ailing, you're not feeling fit, you're always tired out of breath, I believe strongly that your most important goals for year 2024 should be, first of all, to put your health in good shape. If you have to register, subscribe for a gym program, if you have to go on proper diet, if you would have to watch the things you eat, if you have to monitor the kind of things you put into your mouth, if you have to regulate your sleep and to be able to get enough more rest, I think whatever it is at this point that is not at its optimum in your life, that is not at its best, with which you're not even satisfied, that particular thing or that particular area of your life should be the first 3 places to set your goals for the year. So you might be running a business, and of course everybody want your business to progress, you want your business to grow. But if at the same time your marriage is growing cold, you're not experiencing happiness in it anymore, you're not working in sync with your spouse anymore, you notice that things are not the way they used to be in your marriage and they're not even getting better, I believe strongly, in addition to setting goals to help your business progress, you should also set goals to move your marriage forward. So whatever goals you're setting this year, please ensure that first you do a review of the previous year to see where you need to improve, and then set your goals starting from areas in your life that are not currently doing well. It's not a competition. No, you don't literally have to just post all the time. Okay, I said this and I accomplished this. I was able to travel to 100 countries this year. I was able to launch 50 products. They are important, but they shouldn't be priority if some areas of your life are not doing well. Because if you neglect those areas of your life that are not doing well, right, and you choose to focus on other areas of which you should, but if you choose not to pay attention to the areas that are not doing well in your life, and you go ahead to set goals for other things, what's going to happen is those bleeding areas are going to bleed into the areas you think you need all the goals and vision boards for, right? If, for example, your marriage is not doing well, you notice that you're becoming distant from your spouse, your marriage is growing cold, you don't like the atmosphere, and your business is thriving well, and you're setting beautiful goals for your business, you're hitting every milestone, you're getting global, you're getting recognitions, you're being called, given opportunities. At the end of the day, that lack in your marriage is going to bleed into your business. If you get to a point, you will not be able to show up at your best, because after your business, you still go home to your marriage, and then you still go home to meet the broken heartedness. You go home to meet the cold atmosphere, the uninspiring aura in your home. You go home to meet those things, and with time, they're going that aura of your marriage that you're not working on is going to bleed into your business. It's going to bleed into other relationships you have. It's going to bleed even into your work with God, unless you're into hypocrisy. Because I don't see how you can be growing spiritually and then your marriage is dying, or you're not in proper terms with your spouse. Now, the fourth thing, do you really need to set goals? Do you need to set new goals? Do you really need new goals? You might have set off on a very right path in the previous year, right? You might have started routines that are helping you, get better, achieve more, be more productive, be more aligned to who you are, to be more aligned to your core, to your innermost self, to be more aligned to the Spirit of God. If you've already achieved that in the previous year, you really don't need new goals. All you have to do is continue from where you stopped. Keep up that routine you've started. Keep up with your devotion. Keep up with your study of the Word. Keep up with your intimacy with the Holy Ghost. Keep up with the intimacy you're building with your spouse. Keep up with the processes you've set off in your business. Because in reality, this 12-month calendar thing is not really how God operates with us. God is not bound by time. So whether we are in December or in January or in February or in November or in September, it really doesn't matter to God. The way God works with us based on seasons. If you are in a season, in a particular season of your life that in God's sight should last for a period of 6 months, and that season began, say, November, that you have stepped into January, it does not mean you're going to enter into another season. You will have to complete the season you started in November. And if it's going to run for 6 months, that means you're going to be in that season up until April, if you abide by the rules and the requirements of that season. So that you're in January, that stepping into January does not mean that season is going to end. And so that means whatever process, whatever it is God started with you in November, He would want you to continue on that track up until that season is over. So whatever it is you were doing great in the previous year, you really don't need new goals. Yeah, it's okay to have, I want to hit this, I want to accomplish this. But if you've already done that in, say, November or the previous year, and you're already well on your way to hitting it, you don't have to strike it out and start something afresh because everybody has to set goals for the new year. Just continue from where you stopped the previous year. Continue from where you were in the previous year. And then, as I said, like I'll keep saying, the end of goals is not just to have goals we tick. Is that we get better. So if you've started a process of getting better in any area of your life, in your family life, in your spiritual life, in your finances, in your business, in your relationships, in your academics, in your work, if you just want to get better in all those areas of your life, you don't really need to keep setting new goals every January. You just keep following the process you're already working with. Follow those processes, and then you see a better version of yourself emerging every day. And lastly, when it comes to setting goals for year 2024, yes, you want the year to be your best year, and it can be quite easy to forget that you actually set goals, or just flow into the tide and just swim with the motions of life. That's why most people ditch their New Year resolutions, say by March, April, May, and they forget they even set resolutions. So the way to avoid that and ensure that every goal you set for the year 2024 gives you the best result possible is to review your goals on a timely basis. If you're going to work on a monthly basis, on a bi-monthly basis, on a quarterly basis, on 90-day basis, 21-day basis, 3 months, you shouldn't even exceed, say, 3, 4, 6 months max. Don't wait till December before you review the goals that you've set for the new year. Because trust me, it's either you'd have forgotten some of those things or you'd have veered completely off those goals and you won't even know until you start the review. So while you're setting goals, to ensure that you make the most of the year with your goals, please set time for reviewing those goals and ensuring that you're not veering off track even by an inch. I'm really rooting for you, and I don't want you to panic about anything. Don't panic about the new year, or yes, you might have not done your best in year 2023 and you want to step into 2024. Please don't panic. Just keep your heart at rest and put your hope in God. Trust in God and let Him lead you. Don't be moved by what you see on social. A lot of vision boards are going to be coming up, reviews of recaps of the year. Please don't be moved. Just relax in God, right? And let Him take you through your own process. Let Him take you through your process, even in the coming year and other years to come. So I'm rooting for you, and I'm very positive. I'm very sure that 2024 will be your best year yet. So if you've not liked the video, please do so. If you've not subscribed to the channel, please do so right now. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.